Aloha, beautiful souls. This is Ryan of tranSOULution, and welcome to my channel, Transform with Ryan, where I am bringing you that light whenever there are shadows. Now, in this Pick a Card Tarot reading, we are going to be looking at messages on what you are not seeing from your spirit guides. Now, this is a timeless reading, so whenever you find your way to this reading is the perfect time for you to be receiving this information. Now, please go ahead and take a look at these three cards. There are sacred geometry activation cards. So first here we have the sacral chakra. Feel into the energy of this card. See if this one has the messages for you. And then the next one here in the middle, we have the crown chakra. So go ahead and take a look and see if this card, feel into it, has the message for you. And then lastly, we have this sacred geometry formation here, allowance. So feel into the images on this card and trust your intuition, trust your guidance, trust your instincts for this reading. And of course, if more than one of these piles is calling to you and you feel within your spirit, in your heart, that there is more than one message here, then please, by all means, make sure to check out the appropriate readings that resonate with you. So go ahead and take a look at the timestamps below to go to whichever pile is calling to you. And again, if it's more than one, by all means, trust and honor that. And I will see you there. Welcome back, Star Fam, to another reading here at Transform with Ryan. Thank you so much for continuing to support this channel, and I'm so happy to be with you along your spiritual journey here. And for those of you that are new to this channel, I'm so happy you found your way here. I'm sending you a very warm welcome and aloha. Let me know in the comments down below where you are tuning in from, okay? So let's take a look for my beautiful pile number one. You all that were drawn to this image here of this sacred flower of life. It's the sacral chakra here. And so what Spirit is sharing with you is that there is some kind of block to your creative expression, your creative flow here. And what I'm sensing is that there's a little bit of fear. Okay, there's a little bit of fear on the reason why maybe you're not taking action on something. And it could be because of maybe some sort of embarrassment you experience in the past, or perhaps there was some type of disappointment in the past, okay? I'm getting a couple of situations here. Since this is a general reading, I'm getting one where you, it was kind of like some sort of talent show, and it might not have been, you know, a performance necessarily in front of a large crowd. It could have even been something more intimate, like you were sharing a piece of art that you did with a loved one, a family member, a friend, or just like a small group of people that you know. Or maybe you even got up and like sang karaoke one night when you were feeling less inhibited than you normally do. And that experience didn't end with you feeling very confident in yourself. What I'm sensing is that maybe there was a statement that was made, or a comment, or a critique that really got you down. And what happened is it blocked your creative expression and your confidence in yourself to create something. And what's so interesting here with this is it's not so much that you're afraid to paint again, or you're afraid to get up and sing a song. It's not necessarily that. It's that there was this energetic trauma point when someone critiqued you, or perhaps said something a bit harsh or a bit insensitive about your creative expression that really got you doubting your capabilities. And now that's showing up in these other situations, or a present situation that is in your life right now. So it's almost as if you think that you're not able to create something successfully anymore, or that something is going to fail. before you've had the chance to really nurture it and grow it and put all your energy into it, okay? And so it's like this transference, if you will, of this way of expressively and creatively, excuse me, this one way of creatively expressing yourself is now being carried over in other ways in which you express yourself. Okay, so you're feeling hesitant to express yourself because of what happened with this incident before. And this could even be something as expressing an opinion at work, sharing your thoughts or feelings with an intimate partner, a friend, a family member, because you're afraid of how they're going to judge you, how they're going to critique you for this opinion, okay? Now, for some of you, what I'm getting separate from that is you really put your heart and soul into something, into creating some kind of project, a product for you to sell, a presentation, and maybe some of you are even working in science and you conducted an experiment, like you were the lead investigator on a experiment to look at genomics or look at the effects of a medicine or whatever, right? Some type of formal study even. So what happened is this endeavor, this project that you put your heart and soul into, it wasn't as well received, or it doesn't maybe blow up and explode and really gain a lot of traction and open up even more doorways of opportunities for you. Maybe it didn't do that. And so now because of it, you're starting to doubt your abilities. You're starting to doubt your capabilities. And you're like, wow, that project that I tried to launch, this product I tried to sell, this study I tried to conduct, really didn't go anywhere. And now that's just your opinion, because as a matter of fact, that project did have some level of success. It's just it didn't meet your expectations, all right? And so that's what I'm getting here with this sacral chakra energy, is this blockage here. And here at the bottom it says, it supports our ability to flow with our desires and stimulates our creative power to manifest success and abundance in our lives. All right. And so Spirit wants you to know that this was a past event, and what you're not seeing is the success of your current endeavors. So to not let the past really dictate what is going to happen in your future. Wow, this is really, really beautiful. So I'm going to put this to the side here. And when I prepared these piles, I got the Power Animal Oracle cards and energy cards as well, to give you some more information and sort of guidance along the way to what you're not seeing and how to kind of move past this and work through this challenge you're facing. All right. So with the Power Animal cards, I guess they're powerful too. We got the Kangaroo. We have gratitude. So be grateful for all you are blessed with. So the thing with gratitude is it goes a really long way. And the vibration and the frequency of gratitude is quite high, actually. And when you are looking at what you saw as a failure in the past, what you're really looking at is the energy of lack, of scarcity, okay? Lack of compliments, lack of talent, lack of skills. And the more you focus on these criticisms or on these expectations that were not met, then you're going to be in that vibration of scarcity and lack. And so what Kangaroo, Animal Spirit, would like to let you know is focus on what you are blessed with, what you do have, okay? What are your talents? What are your abilities? What are your strengths? And nurture and nourish those. What do you have, okay? What can you do with what you already have? And then be grateful for what you already have in your life, even if it's something as clothing on your back, shelter, a warm place to stay at night, food on the table. You can enjoy at least 2 or 3 meals a day. The people in your life that continue to believe in you, forget about the people that, you feel don't support you or don't believe in you. Focus on the people that do support and believe in you. Spend time in their energy and their space, all right? And as you open yourself up again, more energy can come in to create this success and abundance in your life once more, okay? Because I am willing to wager, my loves, that you did have at least one win, one victory in your life, one accomplishment that you can be very proud of. And I know for a fact there's more than one. I'm not even gonna say probably. There is for a fact more than one accomplishment. You're just maybe being a bit hard on yourself, okay? So ease that up a bit, and it can start here with gratitude, okay, loves? So let's see here what these energy cards have for you. Adjacent possibilities and action. There you go. And so Spirit is encouraging you not to be fearful of the outcome anymore. It's not going to end up the same as it did before. Take action, be courageous and brave. Move forward with confidence. Like, look at this horse here. We have this black horse that's a little bit behind, that's not as active in motion as this white horse. And that white horse is that purity of spirit. And it's really charging forward, right? It is going after whatever it wants, okay? But look at this even. Look at this. Look at this bird up here. Spirit is letting you know that you're not gonna necessarily be bound here by what you can see and experience on the 3D realm. Like, there's something even greater that is awaiting you that you can't even imagine, that's beyond your thoughts, that's beyond what you consider to be in the realm of possibilities. Spirit is just asking you to take that first step forward, start taking action towards whatever it is you want to achieve and see for yourself as far as success and abundance goes, and it will help you along the rest of the way. It will amplify for you, okay? So one way that you can look at that is, say, for example, Spirit is asking you like, hey, if you can just invest $1, 1 hour of your time to working on this project, I will give you $3 in return. Or that 1 hour of time will save you 3 hours of work down the path, down the road, okay? So Spirit is really saying it's gonna magnify whatever you put out, but you just have to believe in yourself. You have to get that frequency and that vibration right, okay? And be creative, all right, loves? That's the core here of the sacral chakra, is the energy of creation. And also I wanted to point out this 17 in numerology is reduced to 8, and which is as above, so below. And 8 is a magnifier kind of energy. So that's what Spirit is trying to pass on to you here. And then with this adjacent possibilities, Spirit wants you to know that really you choose your future. So let me ask you, are you going to let this experience in the past completely block you off from success for the rest of your life? Are you going to let this one bad experience, this one bad review, stop you from your success moving forward? You know what this got me thinking of? I actually went to the movies today with my dad. We went to go watch a superhero movie, and that movie didn't actually get very good reviews. But did those bad reviews really stop them from making a profit? No. They still made a profit off of this movie that got bad reviews. Now, maybe they didn't make as much money as they thought that they were gonna make. I guess it's too early to tell, but the fact of the matter is they still made money. So Spirit wants to remind you that any gain, no matter how big or small, is still a gain, okay? And even if you felt like you didn't achieve the success you wanted, you learned something. You learned a skill, you learned a tactic, you learned even what not to do for the next go round. So Spirit is just saying, like, you are not seeing the blessings and the evolution and the growth from this experience. You're not giving it enough credit, my loves. So I am cheering you on. I am that person that's, like, hey, maybe it didn't turn out the way you wanted it to, but it was still something very, very beautiful and something that I would consider still a success. All right, my loves. So I'm sending you a lot of encouraging energies here. Let's get some more information here from the tarot, all right? Some more words of insight and wisdom that you are not maybe seeing right now because the vibration and the frequency that you've been experiencing is quite low. So let's get those vibrations back up. Let's get you back on your A game, okay? Let's get you back in that divine essence that is really you, okay? Under all this doubt, all this worry, all this self-criticism and judgment, let's get to that divine being within, all right? Let's see how we can activate that. And I am going to call forth the 5 cards here because 5 is the number of transformation and change. And we're going to transform this energy right now for your highest and greatest good. Okay, so we're almost done here. All right, Spirit. So what do we have for my lovely pal number ones? We have the 9 of water. Beautiful. So this is, see how this mermaid here, there's opening this treasure chest and there's this diamond that came out and it doesn't even look like it could barely fit in this treasure chest. Actually, you probably have to like maneuver it just to get the lid shut. And so what I'm getting here is that what you can achieve is so much bigger than what you think you're capable of. And that's what you need to be reminded of, okay? Is that you can achieve more than what you actually think you are capable of. And I wanted to let you know that this thinking part is the ego. And the ego right now is working against you from achieving this success and abundance. Why? Because the ego realized you were hurt by this situation in the past, and now it's trying to keep you safe by holding you back. All right, my loves? Oops, I didn't even realize those were there. So next we have the 8 of water. Okay, so what this is, oh, look, we have another treasure chest here. All right, and then this ship is leaving. So what I'm sensing for you is this is kind of in line with the gratitude card. So you have this treasure chest of pearls, right? Maybe it doesn't have like a gold bar in there, but you still have pearls. And they're still worth something. And this ship has sailed. So this ship where you're being tied down to, again, what you perceive to be your failures and shortcomings, let that ship sail. This experience, let it sail off into the distance. Cut those energetic ties with this version of you that didn't achieve what you think it was supposed to, what you think you were supposed to. And step in to this new space, all right? This new space of success, of achievement, all right? So call that in. Call that in. Okay, type this affirmation down below. Spirit is giving me an affirmation. So type this affirmation down below. I am a divine being without limits that can achieve success beyond anything I can imagine. I am a divine being without limits that can achieve success beyond my imagination. All right? If you need to rewind to just listen to that again and type it in, I have the feeling it's going to be a very powerful affirmation that's going to affect you consciously and subconsciously to really call in this success and abundance. So what else? Oh, the star card. So these two cards together are all about wishes, wishes being granted. Star card alone can be about receiving that guidance and wisdom. And what I'm getting for you, specifically with the star card alone, is that just open your mind and allow your imagination and your creativity to flow. And this brilliant idea will come to you, no doubt. But this, again, with the Nine of Water and Star together, wishes will be granted. I'm so excited for you. Oh my gosh. But you gotta just take action, okay? Don't be afraid. Take bold action. Next, we have the King of Water. Oh, this is beautiful. What I'm getting from the King of Water is healing these emotional traumas. So the King of Water is not afraid to cry over any insult or injury or sad event that happened, and perhaps you didn't do this. Maybe you didn't cry it out. Maybe it would help you to journal, or even what I'm getting is just scream. Like scream out loud, scream out the pain, scream out the anger, the frustration, the sadness, scream it out. And if you're in a place that maybe that's not as easy, like you can't hop into a car and like scream in your car, or go to an empty parking lot and scream your heart out, or go to an empty field. You can even like just scream into your pillow or something. But Spirit is saying, King of Water is encouraging you to express this emotion here of the pain of what happened before. That's a way to release and let it out. Lastly, we have the Three of Air. So this card is the Three of Swords, and it's about heartbreak and pain. And what I'm getting here is like a hug. Oh my gosh, a hug will do you wonders. So remember the people I was telling you, like here, that really are supportive of you and they believe in you. You need to get some hugs from them. I know that seems like very specific and almost a bit random, but you know what I noticed is because of what's been happening in the world, people are really lacking in hugs. And even before that, I've met several people, which is so curious, that don't ever really get hugs often. They don't get that physical contact of support, warmth, and caring and compassion that comes within a hug. So go get some hugs from your beautiful souls in your life that really support you along your journey and believe in you. And that will imbue you with this creative inspiration, and it will like almost power you up and charge you up to be like these horses here and ultimately be like that bird and soar high. Oh, I love it. I bet you can already think of some people in your life that when you get hugs from them, you just feel so much better and you feel so much lighter, like something heavy was lifted from you. Like some people out there, they really give the best hugs ever. I thankfully have several people like that in my life, so I know just who to go to if I need a hug, and I hope you have the same. So let's get this message here from the Starseed deck. It says, blue flame, connect to the blue flame, which is the light of pure love within you. Ah, that is so lovely. And what I'm getting is to really love on yourself a little bit. I think you're being a bit hard on yourself because of what people might have said or done in the past. And again, you're judging yourself too harshly. So find that love within you and extend that love to yourself. Treat yourself like you would your very best friend. Okay, my beautiful star fam. So if you enjoyed this reading, it resonated with you, you're calling in the success and abundance, please give this video a thumbs up, a like, and comment down below. I would really appreciate that. And if you're not yet subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? If you really resonate with these energies, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on any videos. And you can check more lovely readings here by clicking that link on the top right corner. But until next time, my beautiful star fam, I'm so happy that I was able to do this reading for you. So sending you so much love and light. Mwah. Hey there, star fam. Welcome back to another reading here at Transform with Ryan. I just want to say thank you so much for supporting my channel and coming back here to receive more readings and insight from Spirit, Source, Universe, God for your highest and greatest good. And to all of you that are new to this channel, I'm sending you a big warm welcome and aloha. I'm so happy that you found your way here and that Spirit brought us together for this wonderful first reading of yours. And let's get into it. So, messages on what you are not seeing from your spirit guides. We're opening up this reading with the crown chakra. And so what I'm getting here is that what you've really been sort of blocking and denying yourself is your own divinity. All right. You are a divine being having a human experience. I don't know if you've ever heard that phrase before, but I heard that like maybe 5-6 years ago or even more. And that, just resonated to the very bottom of my soul that I and all the other beautiful people here on this planet are divine beings having a human experience. And so, unfortunately, what often happens along the course of our life is we aren't always encouraged to pursue our dreams, to feel and acknowledge how special we are, right? I don't know about you, but in my culture and in my upbringing, being humble was what was prized. Being humble was really the ideal way of being. And it's often taken so far to the point where it's like you actually never praise yourself. Like you never pat yourself on the back or feel like you did a great job and you were deserving of everything that you've received. It's always like you have to give thanks to everybody else for what you have, and it was never quite yours to begin with, right? It was always because of somebody else and something else. Like it's like you couldn't really take credit for much. And what Spirit wants me to let you know, even if that wasn't your experience, which is wonderful, is that it's time for you to own your divinity. It's time for you to take credit for all the wonderful things you do and all the amazing ways in which you contribute, okay? With this card, Spirit is telling me you've been really downplaying yourself, all right? And you need to see exactly just how much wonderful things you are doing for the people around you, for your community, for your family, for your job and your company that you work for, okay? And here on the bottom, I'll just read this to you. It says, supports our spiritual connection to the universe and our ability to transmute negative energy into light. So you have a big role here on this planet to really create something very high vibrational, something very successful. Like you are a part of that success. You are a part of the creation of abundance. And it's really time for you to own that and really take credit for it. And for some of you, what I'm getting is it's like asserting yourself and saying things like, hey, I deserve this break. I deserve this vacation. I deserve this promotion. I deserve this raise. I deserve to receive back all the energy that I've put out. All right? So what I'm getting here is you beautiful star seed, star fam, you really give a lot. You really give a lot and you don't ask for much. And that's because, again, you're this beautiful divine being and you're a child of light and goodness here in the world. And what needs to be established here is a proper flow of energy, a balanced flow of energy. Yeah, that's a better way to put it. A balanced flow of energy, all right? So the output can't be 90% always every day forevermore and the intake only be 10%, right? Like then that's how people get to burnout. So the flow of energy, the exchange of energy needs to be balanced, or else you're going to be burnt out. All right, so let's see what we got here with the Power Animal Oracle and the energy cards to give more messages and insight on what you're not seeing. So here we have joy, lighten up. Wow, so what I'm getting here, courtesy of this beautiful hummingbird, is that, because you've been giving so much, actually, that has caused a bit of stress. And it's almost like there's not enough time in the day to get everything that you need done. Have you ever felt that way? Let me know in the comments down below if you've ever felt like there's just not enough time in the day to get things done. It's because you just have so much pressure on you and so much burdens and weights you have to carry. And so Spirit is saying like, hey, you are doing way more than you have to do, or that you're actually even responsible to be doing. So Spirit is saying lighten up, lighten that load, delegate things, or some people maybe that you have been covering for, that you've been really, really helping out, it's time to let them try to fly on their own. It's time for them to take ownership of their destiny and their path. And you need to, take a step back and not be sort of helicopter mom, helicopter dad kind of energy around that. All right. So just lighten up, delegate and relieve some of the burden and some of the workload that you have to people that are quite capable. They may just be lazy, or maybe they just feel like too comfy, like, oh, well, you've got it, so why do I need to do it? Right? And it's like, well, no, actually, this is your responsibility. This is your future. This is your duty. This is your job. Like, you should handle those things. Okay? Not just dump it on me. Oh, yeah. Wow. That really hit me like energetically, that you really get a lot of things dumped on you. Okay, so let's put a stop to that. Okay, loves? We're going to put a stop to that from this day forward, from this reading forward, and we're going to start receiving what we are due. So let's see what we got going with these energy cards. We have cornucopia, beautiful, abundance, which is the divine number 11. So as a divine being, what I'm sensing here is that it's almost as if you don't realize that you can receive in abundance, and that what people can give back to you is really only a fraction of what you deserve. And really, with this cornucopia, it's like, no, honey, the universe is abundant. There is a ton of money. There are a ton of resources to go around. And you've been like on a diet. You've been on a diet lately, an energetic diet. And universe is like, let me treat you. Like, here, have this buffet of abundance right here, okay? Open up your mouth, open up your belly, and just receive, receive, receive. Oh my God, I love that. I'm such a foodie too. So that, I would say, really resonates with me. That's what Spirit said, like, this is a buffet of energy and receiving for you. Like, just eat up, fill your belly, fill your tummy, be a glutton for once. You don't need to be on this energetic diet. I love that. I'm gonna have to use that again. And here we have the angel of love. Beautiful. And so some people, I don't know, have you ever heard of the 5 love languages? Let me know if you have heard of the 5 languages down below in the comments. And then, of course, if you're open to just sharing what your love language is. What I'm getting here is one of the 5 love languages that some people communicate in is gift giving and doing favors for people. So acts of service. Okay. And what I'm sensing is that is not really a way that you feel comfortable with receiving. And Spirit is saying, like, hey, don't block those channels of energetic exchange. Please allow people to show their gratitude for what you've done for them by giving you gifts, by doing things for you, right? Like, I don't know, maybe you feel like it's your responsibility to cook dinner every night, but the people around you, maybe they've offered to cook dinner so you can rest when you get home, or maybe they've even offered to order takeout so you don't have to cook. So really just take some time over the next few days after this reading to be very mindful of receiving. So instead of protesting, it's like, no, 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 you don't have to do that. All you should do when someone offers to do you a favor or offers you a gift or offers to treat you to something, guess what? Guess what? The only thing you have to do is, it's super easy. All you have to do is say thank you and receive. So smile, say thank you. If you feel open to giving that person a hug, even as a show of gratitude, if you want to go that far, like, do it. But really, at the bare minimum, all you have to do is say thank you and just receive, my loves. Just receive. You are a divine being that is deserving of abundance, deserving of rest, deserving of a break. So take it. Take it. So let's see what more insight and wisdom that Spirit has to share with you through the tarot on the things that you're not seeing, all right, about your present situation. So, okay, Spirit says to shuffle and then cut. All right, let's do that. Shuffle and cut. And let's see what you got. Okay, Spirit is saying flip all the cards out. Normally I do like one by one because I get these downloads like right away. So let's flip it out as Spirit suggests. 6 of fire here, which is 6 of wands. Beautiful, love that. And King of air, which in the traditional deck would be King of swords. How is everything looking here? Looking good? Okay. And then we have 7 of air. Oh, look at this cute little duckling right there. I love it. And then 3 of air. And lastly, 10 of fire. Wow, look at all this like circle of messages and notes that are burning up here. Okay, so what do we have here? Now, what was so interesting is that there was like a specific practice that Spirit wanted my Pile 1 crew to do, and I see it again here. So I feel like that's going to be the theme, and I get the sense that we're going to get something like that again for the third pile here. Now, Spirit wants you to do this exercise of scripting and of manifesting, and what this particular exercise is going to be about is releasing. Okay, so you're going to write down on a sheet of paper what you are releasing, whether it's some type of burden, some type of responsibility or task. Perhaps it's an idea or a belief, like maybe you need to get rid of the belief that I'm not worthy of receiving, or that I need to work hard for everybody else's sake, or if I want to do it right, if I want it done right, I have to do it myself. Ooh, yeah. I used to think that way, and that really hit home for some of you, right? Maybe you have that mentality as well, maybe not in the exact words, but it's like, if I want it done right, if I want it done quickly, if I want it done to my liking, I have to do it myself. And that could be part of this burden that you carry, right? That's why you feel like you have to do everything or do so much and not get as much in return. So it's like you're doing 90% of the work and only getting like 30% of the return, right? Like that's kind of messed up. I have a feeling some of you, like when you were in grade school, you totally were that person in a lot of group projects where you did like 90% of the work and everybody got to take advantage and like get the good grade because of all the work you did. Yeah, wow. Okay, so Spirit is saying you need to write that down, this old belief system, this way of doing things that leaves you exhausted, leaves you burnt out, leaves you feeling like, imbalance in the energetic exchange, feeling off perhaps, feeling resentful even. You're going to write that down and then you're going to burn that piece of paper. And so, what you're doing with that, and what I need you to keep in mind with your intention for this exercise, is you are burning that because you are allowing Spirit to bring in the resources, bring in the people to take responsibility over that thing. Okay? So if you are the type that feels like, hey, if I want it done right, I have to do it myself because I'm very particular about it. So when you burn that paper, you're saying, Spirit, I'm not going to have to do everything myself anymore. In fact, I am opening my doors to people who are quite capable of doing things the way I want it, but perhaps even better than I could have done it, which would lead to even more success. Okay? So by burning that up, we're getting rid of that responsibility, we're getting rid of that burden. And like going back to examples like, Spirit, I am releasing the need to have to cook dinner every night. And Spirit will find a way, find a means for you not to have to cook every night. So we're going to have to trust and allow and believe. All right. And this physical action is going to have spiritual, energetic ramifications of relieving this burden. All right. And so what I'm getting here too is that, as you go through this process with this air energy here, it's so interesting. We have fire flanking air. Wow. Just look at the geometry and the spreading of this energy here. And so what I'm getting with this is that some people are not going to like this new version of you. Which is understandable, because my guess is that those people that are not going to like this new version of you, where it's like you're offloading all this extra work you've been doing for however long, they're not going to like it, is because now they're going to have to step up and take ownership and take responsibility and do their share. That's only fair. Do their fair share. They're not going to like it. They're going to be upset about it. They're going to pout about it. They're going to be, quite frankly, a bit confused about it. Okay, and they're just going to be like there's going to be different levels of understanding here in this group of people. There's going to be some people who are going to be young and naive, and they're going to think you're being a big old jerk because you're making them actually do their, carry their own weight. And then there's people who are going to kind of see it, they're going to get it, and it's not that they're going to like it, but they're at least going to respect you and understand, right? And then there's these people here around you that are going to be like, yes, you show them what's up. Like, I am so glad you are offloading these burdens and that you are creating more time for yourself and taking more rest and really getting what is your due, like getting that raise, getting that promotion, having someone else take over cooking for once, right? Like, there are people around you that are going to be that way. And so there's going to be a lot of different energies. There's going to be a lot of different responses to this shift in who you are. But Spirit wants you to know that you have to hold strong like this King of Air, because let me tell you, in your heart of hearts that you have definitely been giving way more than you've been receiving. Oh, sorry for that little shake. Oh, see, energy was moving there, right there with the little shake. Energy was moving because it's so powerful, okay? Because let me tell you, when you take this leadership role of the King of Air and you communicate and let people know, like, hey, I'm not about that life anymore. Like, I'm not about burning myself out. I'm not about covering for people. I'm not about doing everyone's work for them. I'm not about that. You have to stand strong like the King of Air. And the King of Air knows too that people learn by doing, all right? And that it doesn't really benefit people to be coddled and to be allowed to be lazy and not contributing. Because I don't know if you've ever heard, but one of the six human needs beyond just like food, shelter, clothing, love, whatever, is the need for contribution. And so people need to be given that opportunity to contribute to something, to feel like they helped really do their part in creating something magical. They helped and they did their part to make someone's day better or easier. That's a human need, is the need for contribution. So by offloading some of your burdens, you're actually allowing people to fulfill this need of contribution. Oh, wow, I love it. Let me know if you are familiar with those human needs of contribution, of variety, of love and relationship. I think it was Tony Robbins that talked about it in one of his events. And lastly here, what a great way to sort of wrap up this tarot part. We do have another message for you still before you go, is the Six of Fire. And that's really about success. And look at this ship. It's not a ship that's in the water. It's a ship that's in the sky, in the heavens. So when you do this, right, when you start to see the ways in which you are maybe over contributing, if you will, right? Overdoing it and starting to release those burdens, it will be lighter and lighter and you can fly even higher and higher. Meaning you're going to be accomplishing even more than you could have before when you tried to do everything yourself. Everything will be magnified here and you're going to have success. You're going to have victory and people are actually going to look up to you, right? So all the people on the ground here or on these lower levels are going to look up to you here on this magnificent ship and be like, wow, now that's a leader there. That's a boss. That is a great parent. That is a great friend, because they can understand the true flow of give and take. All right. They are someone that's in perfect balance and harmony. I can see how happy they are. I can see how much they love and how much they are loved. Ah, yes. How much you love and how much you are loved. Oh, that is so beautiful. That is so beautiful. Ah, okay. Spirit is trying to give me an affirmation for you to type in the comments down below. Okay. So type this in the comments down below as an affirmation for your reading. I trust in my abilities and I trust in the abilities of others. Yes. I trust in my abilities and I trust in the abilities of others. All right. So that's calling in that help and assistance as well for you to offload some of these responsibilities that you have been carrying for much too long that you don't really need to be doing. Okay. So this message is from the Starseed deck and it says, free spirit. To be a free spirit is to float without walls, to fly without judgment, and to love without conditions. And I just love that because you have a lot of images here of flying. This hummingbird, these doves here, these pieces of paper, this beautiful ship. So free yourself. Free yourself of unnecessary burdens and weights and watch yourself soar. So if you love this reading, if it resonated with you and you got something out of it, please give this video a like, comment down below. I would really, really appreciate that. And if you aren't subscribed yet to this channel, what you waiting for, hon? Please subscribe to this channel only if you resonate with the energy here though from this reading, all right? And you can watch another reading if you did by clicking on this link right up there in the top right corner. Otherwise, beautiful star fam, sending you all so much love and cosmic hugs. Mwah. Welcome back, Star Fam, to another reading here at Transform with Ryan. I'm so grateful and thankful for you for continuing to support my channel and watch these readings, and I'm just feeling so honored to be able to transmit such high frequency, high vibrational messages to all of you wonderful, wonderful souls. And to those of you that are new to this channel, sending you a very, very warm welcome and aloha. Thank you so much for trusting your gut, trusting your instinct, and taking a look at this video here. I'm so grateful to Spirit for bringing us together. So let's get into your reading, okay, fam? We have messages on what you are not seeing from your spirit guides. So for your first message here, this is about kind of what's blocked in a way, okay? What, again, kind of like what you're not seeing. And this card on the bottom says, the frequency of allowance invites us to be open to whatever comes our way, without judgment, without opinion, without fear, and without resistance. When we allow, the universe becomes our partner in the wondrous dance of existence and, keyword here, expansion. Ah, look at that. So what I'm seeing here in this picture, and maybe some of you are seeing this as well, is we have, this little bubble here and this little small bubble within the bubble and all these other bubbles appearing on the surface. And so it's like from this one bubble, more bubbles can appear, and those bubbles will get just as big as this bubble. And that's that expansion energy. All right. So what does this even have to do with what's going on with you, right? You're like, what are you talking about with these bubbles? I'm not down with these metaphors. That's okay. I will explain, fam. And so what this card is hoping to make you aware of is that there is some sort of judgment, some sort of fear and resistance that you have right now for expansion. There's some fear about having and getting more. All right, maybe for some of you, again, this is a general reading, so I'm just like flowing with spirit. Some of you think like, oh, if I expand this thing, that means I'm gonna have more work, right? So maybe one example could be like, oh, if I buy a bigger house, that means I'm gonna have to clean more. I'm gonna have to buy more furniture. If I expand my business, that means I need to update the company manual. I'm going to have to search for a different benefits package as I hire on more people. I'm going to have to pay more people now. Or I'm going to have to move locations because if I hire more people, then we all can't fit in this space, right? Okay. Yeah, so it's about expansion. There's like this doubt or fear about expansion. Like if you're letting more people in, or creating more physical space, that is actually going to be more of a headache. Okay? And really like that's what spirit wants you to know. Okay, this is getting definitely a lot more clear. What spirit wants you to know is that if you create the space, it will help you fill it. Okay, so if you hire more employees, which means you need more revenue, right, to pay them and get their benefits or whatever, then spirit will make sure that you get more business or that your income expands to match it. All right? So don't be afraid to go big. Don't be afraid to be seen. Don't be afraid to expand in whatever way, right? Like maybe some of you, you're afraid, maybe some of you are afraid to even like run an ad for your business and get more clients. Maybe some of you are afraid to get on YouTube or on social media and share your wonderful artwork, your pearls of wisdom, maybe. Maybe you're just afraid of that because that's a form of expansion and you're thinking like, oh my God, if I do this, it's gonna mean more work for me. I'm gonna have to post more consistently. I'm going to have to create all these, recordings and online posts and get engagement. Like you're just seeing more work. And really what spirit is saying is like, no, don't worry about it. Like if you expand and as you grow, we'll provide you with the help. So just allow the universe to become your partner. Okay? Let the universe help you out with this thing. The universe gave you these ideas, gave you this inspiration for a reason. Okay? And, maybe some of you are even concerned about expanding your family because you're like, oh my gosh, it's really costs a lot of money to raise a child this day and age, or it costs a lot of money to have another furry friend or another furry family member, like another cat, another dog, another, I don't know, gerbil, right? Like, and Spirit is like, no, no, no. If you create a space of love and abundance, we will help you fill it. Okay, Spirit will help you fill it. Let's see, we got some animal oracle cards here and energy cards to kind of give you more insight on what you're not seeing. And here we have the wolf card, guardian. You are safe and protected at all times. So this is part of the issue with your fear on expanding and allowing the universe to help you, is because you don't feel safe. You don't feel like the universe has your back. And maybe you felt let down before by friends, by family, by coworkers, by your boss, by, Spirit, by God. Like, maybe you prayed for something and you were wishing for something and you didn't get it. And you felt like you couldn't trust the universe anymore, and that you felt like you had to, play it safe now. And that's not true. You are safe and protected at all times. It could have been a simple situation in which it just wasn't the right time or the right place for you to have that wish granted. And maybe, like, looking back on it, you really didn't want that anyway, right? Like, it could have been even something so simple as when you were a child and you wished and hoped and prayed to get some specific toy and Santa didn't bring it to you, your parents didn't buy it for you, that wish was never granted, and now there's that little child within you that has lost faith. And now as a grown-up, you're like, oh my gosh, like, yeah, I didn't get that toy that I really wanted as a kid, but now that I'm an adult, I realize it wasn't that big a deal. I had other wonderful toys to play with, right? And so it's about reestablishing that connection of trust. And you might need to do some like inner child healing to really take a look at that in greater detail, okay? Now, let's take these energy oracle cards. Door to value. Wow, look at that. So Spirit is like, hey, we are ready to partner with you in your abundance, in your manifestations. You just got to walk through this door and we will hook you up. Okay, don't be afraid. Come on inside. Look at how bomb it is in here. Look at this luscious garden and this castle up in there, and money is just like flowing up in your face. So don't be afraid to walk through. And what I'm getting, what I'm getting from universe to pass on to you, which is so funny because I've been known to say this before, is like, you're probably thinking like, okay, what's the catch though? There's always a price I gotta pay to get my wish granted or whatever. And it makes me think of that horror movie. I think it's like called Wishmaster. It was maybe from the 80s even, or early 90s. Anyways, there were like a ton of them. It was like a, like Friday the 13th. There was like whatever, 15 iterations of it. But that movie was really like all about be careful what you wish for because you might get it. And what that, the antagonist, the bad guy in the story would do is it would grant people's wishes, but it would twist it in a way, right? So if you didn't word your wish carefully, then this bad guy would find a way to like screw you over, but still grant you your wish. And so all that to say, like, maybe you felt like, hey, if I wish for something, it's like I owe the universe something, I owe somebody something, and it's gonna come back and bite me in the butt or whatever. And Spirit is like, no, 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 no. In this instance, in your dealings with universe, God, source, like there is no catch here. You can trust. All right? You can trust again. You can allow again, because you are so much more evolved spiritually. You are so much more awakened and connected than you were before. And so with that, you can truly open up and allow this flow of energy in. It's safe. You are protected, okay? And we have here the fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael. So this is reminding you to check in with your heart, follow your heart. Be familiar with your heart again. What does your heart say? Because more often than not, the entity that limits us, that tries so hard to keep us safe and protected and blocks a lot of these blessings into our life is our ego. So our ego mind is the one that remembers all the ways in which we were hurt, whether physically or emotionally. It remembers all of those times. And anytime the ego sees something that looks even remotely or faintly similar, it puts up the walls. It sets up the defenses and the guard, and it just doesn't allow anything in, even when that thing that wants to come in is something good and beautiful. Because we got like so skeptical, we get so doubtful and afraid, and we even get anxious, right? Like, oh my gosh, like this, like, what do you mean I can have $1,000,000? What's the catch? Like, what do I gotta do to get it? Does someone have to like be sacrificed in order for me to get $1,000,000? Like the universe, like, no, that's not how it works. Like, we offer you $1,000,000, and all you have to do is accept that energy. Okay? I mean, that would be pretty amazing if several of you were offered some money and stuff. So just call it in what you want and look out for the signs and receive it. Okay? It's like that's the basic process of manifestation, right? Is figuring out what you want, calling it in, and receiving it when it comes. It's like Amazon order, right? You figure out what you need to order, you go online, you find it, you order it, pay for it, and then there you go. It comes in the mail. So let's get some tarot cards here to get some more information. Okay, Spirit says one more time, my loves. Okay, so we're going to cut 3 times. And we are, actually Spirit says take that one. Okay, so we will. All right, so what do we have? We have the Page of Air. So this speaks to new beginnings here, new communication channels. I'm getting very energetic channels with that. 7 of Water. Oh, look at this card. Isn't it pretty? Like, look at all those wonderful things like floating around this fairy's head. 6 of Water. 2 of Fire. And the Hierophant. Wow. I don't think we got, only one other major arcana came out in the other readings. So this is big. This is big stuff here. Okay? So what do all of these cards mean? So kind of like overall, what I'm getting here is, again, there is something from the past, something from your childhood that you need to heal and release. That is what this 6 of Water is communicating to me, because this 6 of Water, it speaks to nostalgia, childhood. It speaks to the past, all right? And what I'm getting here with this is you're at a crossroads in your life, especially because it's coming next to the Hierophant. You are at a crossroads in your life. Right here, right now. So either you can choose the path of scarcity and doubt and kind of like skepticism, which will have consequences, right? The more you doubt, the more you think there's not enough, that's what you're gonna get. Or you have this opportunity now to be a lot higher. So you either we're walking here on the ground next to the giraffe, or you can hop up on the giraffe. And the giraffe is a representation of universe. So universe can elevate you and help you see beyond, expand your view, expand your capacity for receiving, and expand your level of abundance and wealth and success and love and whatever it is that you would like to see in greater quantity in your life, okay? So universe says, hey, you can hop up on this giraffe, expand your view, expand your experience, or you can stay walking on the ground. Your choice, all right? And it's all about, what do you actually want for yourself? Are you okay with being comfortable? Are you okay with what you have now? If you are, then by all means, keep things the way they are. All right, you don't need to change anything. You don't ever have to change anything, regardless of what you find out in this reading. Of course, it's always your free will, your choice. Or do you want to choose a different path, different than what you're used to? Do you want to choose something new? And yes, something new can come with its own set of challenges. I mean, challenges are not going to go away from your life no matter what you choose, okay? Like, let's just be clear on that already. Real talk, hashtag real talk. Challenges are a part of life no matter what path you choose. But the amount of rewards that you have, that can shift, that can change. But you have to change your course of action. You need to change your path as well, okay? So if you want more, you have to do something different. So now is that time to choose. What are you dreaming about? What do you desire? And then pick the pathway to it, okay? Now, with the Page of Air, so this is new communication, new messages. And so what I'm getting for several of you is after this reading, some new piece of information is going to come in, okay? Whether you get that in a dream, whether you get that in conversation with someone, whether you get that from a class, whether you get that from an ad here from this YouTube video, whether you get this from, a download, or you get something, you receive a message during meditation, some new message is going to come in, and that's really going to be that point of choice for you, okay? And what I'm getting here is you can trust this message. That's what the Hierophant is. The Hierophant is saying that the divine, God, spirit, your archangels, whatever, ancestors, whatever you believe in, is going to be communicating with you. You can trust this communication, this stroke of insight, this aha moment, whatever it turns out to be for you, you can trust it 100%. And it's going to be that catalyst for you to choose now your future, choose your fate, choose your destiny. Universe is telling me right now, you really have a lot of power here, power to create. You always do, of course, you always do. But the fact that the Hierophant came out, which is a major arcana card, means this is a pivotal moment in your life where you are going to make a choice that's going to have ripple effects on the days, the weeks, and the months to come, okay? So it's something big. It's like, you get an offer for a new job, but it means you have to move away. It's something big like that, right? Where that's going to shift your direction. It's not like, oh, I'm at the restaurant and do I want the French fries or the onion rings? Like, it's not that kind of choice, okay? Do you like my food references? Oh my gosh, I love, love, love food, and I love eating. Let me know if you're a foodie down in the comments below as well. Let me know what your favorite kinds of food are. But anyways, I digress. So really, it's going to be a big choice coming up, all right? So don't be afraid to make it. Be open to value, abundance coming in. Listen to your heart. What I'm getting is don't think too logically or rationally about it. Follow your heart, and again, the universe will partner with you and fill in the holes. All you have to do is make the choice that you're going to do something, and the universe will help you along the way, sort all the little details out. All right? Okay, loves. So let's pull a message from this Starseed Oracle, or Starseed deck, just for you, my beautiful, beautiful star fam. And this message, oh, wow, free spirit. To be free is to float without walls, to fly without judgment, and to love without conditions. This actually came out for the second reading, so you might want to consider watching the second reading as well. It probably will have other additional information for you, okay? And so this is for you in this particular reading, in this context, it's about letting down your guard. Okay, and allowing help to come in. You don't have to do everything yourself, all right? You don't have to be afraid. All you have to do is free yourself of restrictions and judgment. And here, love without conditions, okay? So whatever it was that you felt like you didn't get in the past, it wasn't because love wasn't present. Okay? So love without conditions, meaning that you don't have any expectations on the outcome. All you know is that everything will work out just beautifully. Okay? And I'm willing to wager it's going to work out a lot better than you actually think it will. So if you love this reading, you're calling in this beautiful energy, you are ready to make a shift and a change, give this video a like, comment down below. I would really, really appreciate that. Anchor in this beautiful energy from your reading. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Just kidding. Only subscribe if you really resonate with the contents and the messages on this channel, all right? If you're ready for another reading though, click this link right up here in the top right corner and it'll take you to another beautiful reading with a lot of positive messages. But otherwise, until next time, beautiful star fam, sending you so much love and cosmic hugs. Have a beautiful, beautiful day and have a wonderful journey ahead. Mwah.